Why did the Dutch people make it so darn hard for you to learn their language? Hi, I'm Paul, and I pronounce Dutch words and names the way a Dutchman would pronounce them. I think you've been there. You've been studying Dutch diligently, and you're finally getting ready to practice your Dutch skills. You go to the Netherlands on vacation. Maybe you have to work there. I don't know. And the moment you start practicing your sentences, and the Dutch person opposite you picks up that you might have a slight English accent, you know what's going to happen, right? They're going to go and talk back to you in English, in your language. How rude! How will you ever learn Dutch if everybody speaks English to you? Well, they don't try to be rude, these Dutch people. They're trying to be helpful. They're trying to be welcoming by speaking to you in a language that they know that you will understand to make communication a little bit easier. At the same time, they're not making it easier for you to speak Dutch. So if you're a Dutch person and you're watching this, hear those who are trying to speak Dutch to you out. Encourage them. Smile at them. Appreciate them. Don't correct them. Say, oh, you can't say that. We don't say that in Dutch this way. You can't use the rolling R. Nobody uses the rolling R. Or, yes, you can do the harsh G, but we also speak the soft G. So as you try to, don't confuse them by giving them all kinds of options. Be clear and tone it down a little bit. When you speak back to them, you don't need to talk to them as if you're talking to a toddler. But maybe don't talk as fast as you would normally do, because fast talkers don't realize that they're fast talkers. So ask other people, am I a fast talker? Yes, you are. So speak a little bit slower, enunciate a little bit clearer. Again, don't overdo it because that's condescending, but enunciate a little bit clearly so that you are clearly understood. And check in with people. Do you follow? Is there anything you don't understand? Can I explain certain things better? Be a little bit more patient with people who are trying their best to learn a language that is very hard for them to speak. So, I make myself clear. I know you're trying your best, Dutch people, and I know you want to be helpful. But don't ever make fun of someone who's trying to speak to you in a different language and they sound like they can't understand a word of what they're saying and they pronounce every single word wrong. Don't make fun of them, because put yourself in somebody else's shoes. I mean, I have been to Paris. I thought I spoke a few words of French until I encountered this very impatient waiter who rattled off a few phrases, and I probably could have understood him had he spoken a little bit slower. But I didn't, because he spoke so fast, and that's what Dutch people often do. So put yourself in somebody else's shoes who's learning Dutch as a second language, who's trying his or her best to pick up your language, to communicate in your mother tongue. Encourage them. Say how much you appreciate it and offer your help if you are able to do so. Have a great day. Tot ziens. Bye-bye.